We have three high school football teams still alive as we enter state championship week. Munster plays on Wednesday, Gunter on Thursday, Salina on Friday, all three with a real chance to bring home a state championship. The Ada Cougars got a dramatic first-round win over Cushing with a game-winning field goal in the final seconds last week. Tonight, they returned to their home field for round two. The Collinsville Pirates rolled into the state championship game on the heels of a 10-0 run rule of Centerville on Wednesday. Today in the finals, the Pirates would have quite an encore. Well, SEC Media Days has arrived in Dallas. It's the third day of the event, but the first day for the Texas Longhorns, who enter the new conference with some lofty expectations. David Reed, Stone Weber here with you again from AT&T Stadium in Arlington. It's been a wild week for Texoma teams down here, Stone, to say the least. Munster won 2 days ago. Gunter won their third title in a row yesterday. And today it was the Salina Bobcats' turn. Yeah, that's right. You know, the Gunter Tigers have a familiar path down here to AT&T Stadium. The last 2 years in a row, they've won state titles. Today, they go for their third, and this game just went final, and the Gunter Tigers have done just that. Gunter wins today by a final score of 28-0 over Woodville. So the Tigers officially a dynasty now. 3 championships in a row. This game didn't start out great for Gunter. It was slow go. Defense ruled the day. Only a 7-0 Tiger lead at halftime. But Mitchell Gage broke the game open with the very first play of the third quarter with a kick return to get things rolling. Gunter would add a couple of later touchdowns in the second half to win by a final of 28-0. And of course for Gunter, 3 years in a row, everything rolling their way down here in Arlington. We'll have a full breakdown of just how this game went coming up later in the show. Reporting live in Arlington, David Reed, Sports 12. That's right, we are live here at the American Airlines Center for Game 3 of the NBA Finals. Dallas Mavericks return home for this third game in the series. And of course, we all know how the first two went by now. Lost games 1 and 2 in Boston. Tonight, they return here to Dallas where they're hoping they can get a boost from their home crowd. And the role players typically play better in playoff games on their home court, so Luka Doncic certainly hoping that that holds true, and plus Kyrie Irving hoping to get going in this series, and he plays well here too. So we'll see if tonight's the night the Mavericks can break through and get into this NBA Finals series. Of course, we'll talk a lot more about it coming up a little bit later tonight at 6. That's right, there is nothing quite like the start of the high school football season, especially when you got a game like this to kick things off with. It is the 126th Battle of the Axe. Sherman Bearcats coming over to Munson Stadium to take on the Denison Yellow Jackets. We all know what a rivalry that's been over the years. We also know what a one-sided rivalry it has been over the last 11 years. Denison winning the last 11 meetings in a row. Sherman trying to break that streak tonight, and they've got a good roster here that will contest that for sure. It should be a great football game. Of course, we'll have all the highlights of this game and many others tonight on the Friday Night Blitz. And then coming up a little later in this very newscast, we will sit down with the play-by-play voices for both Sherman and Denison, and we will talk some football as we get a little later into this show. Well, welcome back to the 126th edition of the Battle of the Axe. You know, we do this every year, and I don't know that it ever changes, but we're going to try again. It's prediction time, and I think I know what you guys are going to say, but let's have it. Lynn, what's going to happen tonight? Well, that was the scene moments ago at Munson Stadium. The Sherman Bearcats bringing home the Axe for the first time in 12 years. 2 Texoma teams are headed to the state tournament this week. Collinsville will play tomorrow afternoon down in Round Rock, and the Gunter Tigers will have until Friday to prepare for their semifinal showdown. Gunter will take on Franklin in the state semifinals on Friday at noon at Dell Diamond. The Tigers have been practically unbeatable this year, 37-1. Their only loss came in a game 2 of a playoff series they, of course, ultimately won. Gunter came up big in the regional finals to knock off the defending state champion Boyd Yellow Jackets, and now they are excited about the opportunity to make a play for a state championship. Well, the ring is the thing in Caddo once again. Today, the Lady Bruins received their state championship rings for winning the state slow pitch championships last spring. So they were handing out the hardware today at Caddo High School to honor a team that has now won 6 state championships. Everybody excited about the new jewelry. Moment here at TMC today. Jace Cordell is a coach at Ponder. He's the son of Sherman Athletic Director Jeff Cordell. Jace suffered from a very rare infection that landed him in the hospital for 45 days. Today, the entire Ponder football team escorted him out of the hospital. He has undergone 4 brain surgeries, was in ICU for 39 days, an emotional exit today for sure. He still has a long road ahead, but what a day for the Cordell family and the Ponder football team. So congratulations to him and his family. A very big day today. Well, luckily that's not the only basketball going on this week. We have some local athletes that have been putting in the work this summer. Summer basketball tournaments are as popular as ever. If you are a high school basketball player, chances are you are in the gym for most of the weeks of the summer. Tournaments like the one in Kingston this week bring tons of talented teams together to compete in all-day tournament play. They build skills and get hours on the court so they will be better next season. Not to mention, it fills up their summer calendar with something productive that helps with their goals and expectations for the school year.
We have it all summer. We only get a couple weeks off because we have basketball and then summer pride all out through July. So it's just fun that takes up all my schedule, so I have something to do all the time, and I just love it.
In the gym every morning for about 3 hours, basketball camps every week, and just during the tournaments, AAU, we're just always busy, always doing something.
Team building in high school sports, especially in a sport like basketball, is as important as ever. Rosters are changing. Graduation takes players out of the lineup, and local basketball teams must fill those holes with new up-and-coming players. It's in the summertime when those new bonds are formed and chemistry starts to develop.
But for me, in the summertime, it's the biggest thing is just chemistry. We get to work on, like I said, new kids coming in and seniors graduating, so it's a new group and a new chemistry, and we get to kind of figure that out before the season starts.
It helps us and it gives us time to build up before the season starts so we can find where everybody needs to go, what plays work, what defenses work, what we can do to help better us as a team. And it's really good for team bonding. We all stay with each other, we go out and do stuff, and we're actually going out to eat tonight.
I think it's important for us to play in the summer just so we can keep playing as a team and stuff and build that team connection for the upcoming freshmen and the younger players that are coming up to play with us. It gives them more of an opportunity to play with us and learn the plays and build team connection.
We get a lot of experience just working together, learning to trust our teammates and just fine-tune our skills.
We can look for the results for all their hard work in the upcoming school year.